Trinidad is a multicultural country where all races have just melted and enmeshed through the years, and religion down there is largely Hindu and Catholic and Protestant and spiritualistic. I landed there not knowing very much about the place. I was sent there by my organization. Little would I know the blessings that awaited me there. They sent me there in the rainy season, and I had 2 big tents and benches in between the tents, and we were anticipating great crowds, but every day it rained. Let's start with that, which meant that coming out to tent meetings in the rain was not anything that the inhabitants of Trinidad anticipated or ever really did. But there were 58 preachers from 13 countries that were sent to that island nation for me to train. And I was supposed to have training classes during the day, and we'd have public meetings during the night, and planning sessions in connection with the training sessions. It being the rainy season, the likelihood that anybody would come to those meetings was a matter of fact. Rain, they stayed in. So I took those 58 men and we said, look, God made the rain. Why can't we put him on a schedule? Why don't we ask the Lord to let it rain up until 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Because it was monsoon-type rains down there, not like the stuff that falls here. And the rains just wash out whatever's out there. So we got on our knees and prayed, Lord, tonight, let the rain stop at 5 o'clock. And don't let it start again until 11:30 at night. Now that was the prayer we prayed. All 58 of us had prayer that the Lord would put that rain on a schedule and organize it so we could get the meeting in. I've got news for you. For the next 9 weeks, the rain would stop between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, and the sun would come out and shine brightly and dry up the tent and everything. The grounds were dried up, and the people had plenty of time to get to the meetings. And I had plenty of time to preach the gospel and give the benediction. And in 1 hour after I turned out the lights, the rains would come. Every day, God kept that schedule for us. Now, that is kind of frightening. It seems like at least one meeting would have been run, because everything else was being rained out. It seemed that one meeting, but in the middle of the series of meetings, of course, we had to keep the Sabbath. This is during the day, the morning sessions, when the rains poured down the fastest and the greatest. We shifted our prayer. We said, now, Lord, we've got to do what we do back in the States. We don't have any other pattern. We have 11 o'clock services in the morning. We have Sabbath school in the morning. Let it rain all night, Friday nights. Let the sun come out at the breaking of the day and dry everything out. And at 9:30, when we are supposed to start Sabbath school, have the people pouring in there in numbers that would stagger our imaginations. Now look at what we're doing now. We're asking the Lord not only to keep that thing blocked out in our night meetings. But we're saying now, when it starts on Friday night, let it rain all night. That's enough rain for the people, for the vegetation to grow, for the farmers to prosper. But well before 9:30 a.m., let the sun dry everything out, and Lord, give us a full house and thousands of people to come. Oh, by the way, on opening night, there were 8,000 people on those grounds. I said 8,000. The first Sabbath morning, about sunrise, there was sunshine. Dried out the tent, dried out the ground, and we had 4,000 people on those grounds for my Sabbath morning services. Now, I've got to bring them back Sabbath afternoon at 5 o'clock, okay? I said, now, Lord, you know our doctrinal setup. I've got to have them this afternoon to teach them clean living and dietary improvements and a whole lot of other things. Let the rain stop like you do every day, and don't let it rain again until 11 o'clock. And keep that schedule for us. I want you to know that for 9 weeks, that cycle was not broken. On our first baptism day, the Lord held the rain up all day. We had 40 preachers, 20 preachers baptizing 2 on 1 for 6 hours for the first baptism. No rain until the night when there was no service. Now, these miracles took place during that meeting. There were 1,217 people baptized in that meeting. There was a brand new church put up on the hillside, and they named it Cleveland Temple. And it's still standing there, and the word I get is it's still full of people. But these miracles I could not account for except Jehovah was with me. But the most outstanding thing happened on the first Sabbath we met. The mayor of the city, who was not of my persuasion, faith, decided that he was going to send a bulldozer out there and disrupt the services. So I was still up at the Queen's Park Hotel when word came that there was a bulldozer, that they cannot understand the Sabbath school lesson or anything else, and there's a man out there that nobody can stop. He's just doing this. So I got dressed early and slipped down there, and we decided to have a little prayer on the brother and the bulldozer, since nobody could control him, and he was authorized to come down there and disturb the service. Well, bless your heart, while we were praying, the motor exploded. I said, the motor exploded. The last we saw of the brother, he was scaling the fence and leaving the lot as fast as he could. And that thing stood there all day, a silent witness to the power of God. Well, stories like this strengthen me to know that Jehovah is at work in public evangelistic ministry as well as in person-to-person